Friends, how you doing? Day 1494. I am back in the kitchen today. I'm just cooking up some tomato and squash soup for my party tomorrow. I'm throwing a party for my dealers. It's just my way of saying thank you for all of them for showing up, being a part of the team, and creating the experiences that we're able to for our clients. So I just thought I'd come in, and if you want to see how I make my soup, feel free. Very simple. Here, let me show you. Let's see here. Oops. You guys see that? Huh, interesting. Let me see here. Why is that a weird angle? Okay, just change this. Okay, maybe this is better. Anyways, so I got some garlic, ginger, here's the squash, onion as well. So essentially these three, garlic, ginger, and onion, is a great base. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dice up the onions. If you don't know how to dice onion, quickly show you. What you wanna do is you wanna keep the root intact so that I'll show you. And in the meantime, I just boiled a couple liters of water to add to the soup once everything is cooked up. I don't know why this is so hard to peel today. Come on, onion. Come on now. Okay, so onion. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm actually going to turn on the heat. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to cut lines like this. And then one do it at a degree here, horizontal. And then you just want to cut straight down. And look at that. The onions are diced into perfect cubes. And then you just want to cut up the rest of the onion so you don't waste any part of it. Okay? Alright, so that's one part of the onion. Where's the other half? Alright. So I don't normally cook with oil. You can, especially if you want a little bit of a char on the onion and stuff. Ooh. Onions, they like to make me eyes water. Okay, anyway, here is the pot. You see that? There we go. Okay. It's getting hot. Getting hot. Alright, so this cookware here is actually wireless cookware. That way I don't need to use oil or water even. This is great. It's healthier, less oil is better in general. So let's see here. So one way to test it is to add a little water. Yeah, okay, it's going. But while it's warming up, let me show you. Okay, so while it's warming up, what if I had enough tomatoes, I would use it, but instead I've got these diced tomatoes, and I'm just going to add this. This is going to be my tomato. So it's tomato, squash, soup, and I'm going to add some zucchini and cabbage. So it adds a little bit of a yellow white color, which is great because the red from the tomatoes and also yellow orange from the squash. So it's gonna be amazing. Hey Sharon, Happy New Year! Hope you're doing amazing. I'm just making some soup here for my party tomorrow. Okay, I think the pot is hot enough. Well, we'll soon find out. Alright, you hear that sizzle, sizzle? Zzz, love it. So ginger goes in first. Next, onion. And these aromatics, they add a beautiful flavor. It's kind of a base actually for a lot of different recipes. Definitely in Indian cuisine, the triple base is onion, garlic, and ginger, which I'm adding right now. And then they also add tomato and a bunch of spices. Since I'm making soup today, I'm not gonna obviously add the spices, but I get to add water, lots of water. And normally the tomato actually adds a lot of liquid as well. Supposed to anyway. So I'm letting the onion and the ginger cook first. I'm actually going to add the garlic a little bit after because it takes a lot less time to cook the garlic. So I'm going to wait a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up the rest of the onion. Onion, when cooked, is a beautiful sweet flavor. When not, very strong bitter. Oh, bitter is the right flavor. Anyway, those are the first two so far. What is this? Onion and ginger. Wow, very strong flavor, beautiful. Good to me, baby. And one thing I look for is for the onions to actually be translucent, meaning you can actually see right through it. Once that's done, that's what I can add basically everything else. Okay, so, oh my gosh, the flavor is so good. Adding the garlic now. I love garlic. So once I get those aromatics going, then I'm going to add the water along with the squash and then the tomato. Very simple, nothing too complicated here. Ooh. We'll use an old onion, but peeling the outer layer since it's kind of old. Okay. More onions. My friend Tommy loves onions. You can never have enough. Okay. Oh my gosh. Woo! That smell is phenomenal, my friends. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Can you see it? I'm gonna let it cook for maybe another minute or so. Let it cook down a little bit, get those flavors out. That's the key. That's what I'm doing this for. Is getting those aromatic flavors out. That way, when you cook it, it comes out fully into the broth and everything. Okay. While that is going, I'm going to open up this can of whoop-ass. I mean, can of tomatoes. Did I say whoop-ass? My bad. I make a choice. I like to entertain myself at times as well, so don't mind me, folks. Don't mind me. Look at that beautiful red color. Look at that, folks. Doesn't that look good? That's gonna be thrown in a little bit. Okay, so right now the aromatics: ginger, onion, and garlic. Looks pretty good now. Oh yeah, never put your face above the pot. Always waft it with your arm like I am. Alright. Alright. Throwing in a couple liters of water to start. And then throwing in the squash. So the squash that I cut up, just small cubes. So that's going to be our main carb. Ooh, actually, should I throw in some peas? I think I might throw in some peas. Ooh. That'd be a good idea. Good idea? Good idea. Very good. Okay, so right now, actually I'm just gonna let it cook for a little bit. I see that? Let it cook for a little bit, cover it up. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. So, letting the soup cook. In the meantime, what do I have to do? Cut up the rest of... Whoa! Cut up the rest of my squash. Let's put that over there. Oh, and all this stuff, you see all the scraps? I'm going to keep that in a plastic bag, thrown into the freezer. I shall do that right now. As you can see, I have a plastic bag. I just put the veggie scraps in here. And then, when I have enough, I will make a pot of veggie broth. So, this is all good stuff. You see all this? It's just older. I don't want to eat it, but lots of great stuff, especially in the skin of everything. So, the onion skin, a lot of fiber, nutrients, a lot of good stuff in the skin part. So, and that's what we don't eat typically, and it's a waste. So you can actually draw all that good stuff and create it into a broth. All you have to do is get a plastic bag, throw it in and throw it in the freezer. Every time you have scraps, put it back in the freezer. Very simple. Okay. So now, cutting up my squash. And I'm just waiting for the pot to bubble up a little bit. So in the meantime, I'll just show you. I'm cutting these puppies up. Pretty simple, not rocket science. Come in small pieces. And then so what happens actually, the squash is the carb, and what, let's look back over here. So what it does actually, it will, what's the word, thicken the soup. So depends if you like thick soup or not, will determine how much water to carb ratio you have. Look at that. Looking good. I'm gonna go a little bit more before I add the tomato, but once I add the tomato, oh my gosh, really good. Oh, there I am. Thought I'd come and say hi for a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to continue cutting this up. But, yeah, sometimes actually I don't know what I put into my my soups. But at the end of the day, if it's full of vegetables, fresh, nutritious vegetables, then it's all natural flavors, which I like. It has lots of great nutrients. The only challenge nowadays is that the food that we get does not have the same level of nutrition like it used to about 20, 30 years ago. Why? Use of pesticides, the time it takes to actually get the vegetables to you from the farm, and then to the supermarket, and then to your home, and then you cook it, and then you use more nutrients, and then you eat it. Now what's left? If you're lucky if it's 50%. It's probably closer to 25% by the time it gets into your system, unless you grow your own food. So that's why organic is definitely a lot better, but I know it's pricey as well. But if you can afford it, definitely worth it. Because at the end of the day, my friends, health is wealth. It's the number one thing. If you don't have your health, you got nothing. And that's one of the reasons why I take supplements. Because nowadays, food is lacking the same nutrition level that it used to be. And even though you may eat a lot of food with a lot of variety, most likely you're still probably missing some stuff. So a high-end supplement, multivitamin, multimineral, will help you cover up the deficiencies. And no, Centrum is not a good one. Because Centrum is one of those things, typically they call it like a bowl ringer. Basically it goes in, and it comes out in the bowl on the other end. Nothing's get absorbed into your body. and essentially it's a waste of money. Oh, here we go. Let me show you. There goes the pot. Whee! Squash tomato soup, my friends. As you can see, it's getting full already. I'm going to add a little bit more water as well as the tomato. I got one more section here to cut up for the squash, so I'm going to do that. Once I finish that, then I'll add in the tomato, so you can kind of see it all come together. And usually I let it go for a few hours, maybe 2 hours. That way it'll get all the flavors combined. And also I want to be able to soften up the squash. That's the main thing. Almost done. Last piece. All right. To add some peas. What are peas? Peas are protein. I have left. Probably in half. I'll get them out. Look at that. Green peas, my friend. We need protein. That's a great source of protein. And then now, I'm just going to add some tomato. Diced tomatoes. Okay, this is canned diced tomatoes. Better if you have actual tomatoes, but you know, it's all good. Look at that. Look at that. Now look at those colors come together, eh? Okay, so now add a little more water. And now, I think I'm just going to let this go. Actually, you know what? One of the things I love to add to soups is the stem of cilantro. So here's cilantro. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut off the stems because there's a lot of flavor in there. Cover that up while I do this. Okay. Tidy up as I go. Okay. So let's clean this. I don't know about you, but I love cilantro. Oh, baby. And then the stem, like I said, adds a lot of flavor. That's where a lot of potent flavor. Oh my gosh, that cilantro added such a beautiful flavor. Wow. And depending on what else, I'm gonna add some peppers, some salt, for a flavor, obviously. You can add whatever you like. I'm low on black pepper, unfortunately. Black pepper is a very strong flavor for food. It adds a lot of great flavor. White pepper is actually more for heat. Okay, so that's black pepper. This is Himalayan pink salt. I don't know if there's an actual difference, to be honest. Okay. And one of the things I love to add is basil, baby. Basil is one of my favorite herbs. So this is the rest of the basil that I have. Baby. So good. And look at that. So once it actually cooks and breaks down the squash. Really nice. Lastly, okay. Okay, so lastly, I may add a can of whoop-ass, not just joking, a can of coconut milk to make it a little more creamy. I haven't decided if I will yet. It will depend on how the soup comes out in another hour and a bit, and if I have any room. But yeah, so coconut milk is a great addition. It's the flavor is not subtle, but it's not too strong either. So it adds a great creaminess without using normal milk. A lot of people are lactose intolerant, so coconut milk is a great substitute for that. Okay, but anyways, my friends, that's basically it for my soup. Later on, I'm just gonna cut up some zucchini, some siu choy, it's just Chinese cabbage. I'd imagine that more for sustenance. It's more like substance to the actual soup, so it's not just water. And yeah, so tomorrow we have like 25 to 30 people for the party. So hopefully this pot will be enough. I know last time I made almost full, and there was less than 20 people, and basically people finished the whole thing. They enjoyed it. So hopefully they'll like it again this time with a different group of people. But that's it for tonight, my friends. I just want to come in and show you a little bit about how I actually create my soups. It's very simple, as you can see, very healthy, very nutritious, and it's going to be delicious. And we'll be able to feed a lot of people. So hope you're all doing amazing, and hopefully you can take something away from what I shared today. Okay. Anyways, hope you're having a great start to your weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye.